to something good. I know that you are always up to something good. You'll make a way, whatever it takes. There's nothing your love won't endure. I know that you are always up to something good. Something good. Through the darkest night, you are on my side. You were always faithful. Through my fear and doubt, you will lead me out. You were always able. Through the darkest night, you are on my side. You were always faithful. Through my fear and doubt, you will lead me out. I know that you are always up to something good. I know that you are always up to something good. You'll make a way, whatever it takes. There's nothing your love won't endure. I know that you are always up to something good. You'll make a way, whatever it takes. There's nothing your love won't endure. I know that you are always up to something good.
Who am I that the highest king would welcome me? I was lost, but he brought me in. Oh, his love for me. Oh, his love for me. Who the sun sets free, oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God, yes I am. Free at last, he has ransomed me. His grace runs deep. While I was a slave to sin, Jesus died for me. Yes, he died for me. Who the sun sets free, oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God, yes I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child
Waking up knowing there's a reason. All my dreams come alive. Life is for living. With you, I've made my decision. You lift me up, fill my eyes with wonder. Forever young in your love, this freedom's untainted. With you, no moment is wasted. Sun now bursting through the clouds, black and white, turn to color all around. All is new in the Savior I have found. This is living now. This is living now. You lead the way, got your eye beside me. In your love, I'm complete. There's nothing like living with you. This life you created, I choose. See the sun now bursting through the clouds, black and white, turn to color all around. All is new in the Savior I have found. This is living now.
If it was, am I living it? Do I live in it? So astounding. Love is an ocean, you can drown me. The sweet embrace, the lovely taste, I taste and see. I'm under grace, the place to be. It means I'll never need an umbrella. I'm cool in the cold, in the hot weather. Whether or never I ever understand, I'm a man in the hands of great plans. I stand with faith there in a life I never known to touch. And still outside my clutch, but I'm like, what's the dream of? What's the hope in? What's to die for? Live to no end. This is living. The life I've been given's a gift. If I'm a living, I'ma live it to death. So what's the dream of? What's the hope in? What's to die for? And live to no end. This is living. The life I've been given's a gift. If I'm a living, I'ma live it to death. Yeah.
This is living now. You take me higher than I've been before. It's your perfect love that sees me soar. God, your freedom is an open door. You are everything I want and more.
The Church Kids Show.
What's going on, Church Kids? And welcome back to the Church Kids Show.
And happy November!
Wait. It's November already?
Yep.
I guess that would explain what there's all this fall stuff here and the turkey over there. But I love November!
Me too!
Gosh, I love all the food, and I also love all the food.
So what you're saying is you love the food.
Well, yes. And the pie. Like this one.
Where in the world did that come from?
Right there. Did you not see me grab it?
What? No. What?
Yeah.
But you-
Well, I always have one in my, it's a spare pie. Who goes without a spare pie, you know?
A spare pie.
Yes.
to eat.
Yes. And, of course, to share with my friends. Here you go. I have one for myself as well.
You had 2 pies with you?
Well, yeah, you can never be too sure when you're going to need 2 pies.
I guess that's true, but before we get to eating pie, we have a couple things to tell the church kids. The first being that this week is the last week to feed the pigs!
Church kids, you have all been given these little pigs to collect coins. Clink.
So
You know,
cute.
I was making the coin sound. But you can bring them back next week for legacy offering.
Yay! I love legacy offering!
Me too. What's legacy offering again?
Okay, well, legacy offering is where we come together as a church once a year and bring our biggest and best offering to God's house. This helps us do more as a church, like build more church buildings and help more people in different communities. It also helps us to continue doing more cool things as a church kids ministry.
So I can buy all the pie I want and more?
No, that's not what it's for, not at all. But it is so that we can have fun events, cool games, and the church kids show.
I got it. So giving to legacy offering is a way to be generous.
Yep. And in the month of November, we will be learning all about what it means to be generous. So if you're still confused, prepare yourselves and buckle up because this month is going to be astounding.
Marvelous. Why don't we get into it and dig into some pie?
Wait. We all know that here on the Church Kids Show, we can't just eat pie. We
Why?
obviously have to have a little competition and have a pie eating contest.
I want to enjoy the pie. You know,
Woo!
I ate lunch. My stomach's already hurting.
Okay, but we're gonna need some help, and since we're learning all about generosity this month, what better way to show how to be generous than have our friends feed us the pie instead?
I love my friends, but I don't trust them feeding me.
It's a genius plan. It's a genius.
I don't like this plan.
It's really genius.
I don't like this plan.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna invite our friends up here. They're gonna come. We're gonna get set up, and then we'll start.
This pie was only $5.
It's quality.
Does that mean
quality
does
pie.
that mean it's expiring? You know, this whole pie eating competition might be kind of delicious, but you know, it might be a little bit messy. So you know what? I think I'm gonna take my jacket off.
Okay, do it.
I can't
That's
get it
such
off.
a great plan.
Why can't I get off this time?
Oh, this smells so good.
My jacket.
This smells like Thanksgiving.
That's because it's pumpkin pie and cinnamon and the fall flavors that we all like to enjoy with ourselves. Get your family together this November and enjoy some pumpkin pie. Come to your local pumpkin pie store and eat some pumpkin pie.
Goodbye.
Where have you gone?
Help.
I don't like dark spaces.
Okay, so we're ready.
Please
We
don't
have
hit me,
set
Dad.
up. We have our great friends here who we trust with our lives. The rules are our partners are blindfolded. They have to reach around 2 minutes to eat as much pie as possible, and
trying to make
whoever
myself
eats the most wins.
I don't want to get stabbed in the throat by a plastic fork. I didn't want to meet Jesus today like that.
All right, ready?
They almost feel like
In
my hands.
3, 2, 1,
Go! Okay, go.
on it. It
Go.
just fell.
Okay, go.
It's falling everywhere.
Go. Red team. No, don't touch. Oh, God. Get that off of there. Next. There's nothing on the fork. Go. No, you just fell off because you're too aggressive. I got this.
Tracy, I feel like you're not eating this. You're putting it to my chin.
Don't worry, there's still plenty. Go. See, it's too heavy. You're getting too big of scoops.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna throw up. This is so gross.
Oh my gosh, it's half the pie! Chop it up a little bit.
Wait.
Hey, get some of that crust. I want some of that crust.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Oh, no, that fell off.
Is it empty? Is it coming? You
Stab
want to eat
it.
the crust?
Stab the crust. Yeah, stab the crust.
I don't know.
Come on, they're
No.
got
I vote you don't have beef.
Hold on. Wait. Be careful. You have to tip the whole thing over. Level it out. Okay, wait. Just give me one.
I meant
my
the
God.
timer's done. We're not done with the pie.
Okay.
I literally want to throw up. That was so gross.
Crystal, why did you want to put this thing on there? I don't know where this plastic thing's been. Scram! What are you doing with your bag? Even though I like pumpkin pie, gosh.
That was not
The Church
fun.
Kid show is going to like ruin all these foods that I like.
didn't love that.
Like watermelon. We did watermelon.
That is an excellent job. Okay.
And I got sick off of that. And then now.
I think just the.
What's happening?
I think just the mushy like texture is really what was messing with me. Like it felt like I was eating spoonfuls of baby food. For just.
I don't know if it's as bad as baby food. But while we get cleaned up, let's see what game we have for you to all play today.
Oh yeah, and I heard that we have a very special guest here today to help us learn our memory verse.
I wonder who it is.
I don't know. Can I have one of those?
How's it taste with your pumpkin pie?
What's up, church kids? It is I, Teacher Jeremiah, is here with another very fun game that we're gonna call Blindfold Stack'em. This game is very simple. You're gonna be blindfolded like me, and the goal is you're gonna have 20 cups and you have to stack them into a pyramid and break them back down into one stack before your opponent. Don't forget, you have to beat the timer as well, so let's see some quick hands.
The game begins in 3, 2, 1.
It's coming back.
Pressed down, shaking together and running over.
Yep.
Give, and it will come back to you.
Said it's coming back.
When you give to the Lord.
Let's change it up a little bit.
Oh, give, and it will come back to you.
It will come back. Sing.
Pressed down, shaking together and running over.
Run.
Give, and it will come back to you.
It will come back.
When you give to the Lord.
Alright, let me tell you something about giving. When you give, it comes back to you.
Yep.
Shaking round together, bowling like a pot of stew. Give me 1, no, 2, no, 3 more times to give. I think I'll be generous as long as I shall live. Cause generosity is my morning cup of tea. It really gives me the greatest type of energy. Jesus sees you give, thinks it's really great.
Yep.
Now let's go back to check out Luke 6:38.
Oh, give, and it will come back to you.
It will come back, sing.
Pressed down, shaking together and running over. Give, and it will come back to you.
It will come back.
When you give to the Lord.
When you give to who?
When you give to
give to who?
And you give to the Lord.
Greetings! I'm Professor Cheeto, and I'm here to teach you a little bit about Luke 6:38, which says, "Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, will be put into your lap. For with the measure you use it, it will be measured back to you." Wow, what a mouthful. What a word load. I'm out of metaphors. Anyways, since this verse has a lot going on, I think we should do some analysis to figure out what it's teaching us. Let's start with the first part. Give, and it will be given to you. Well, this is pretty simple. If you give, then a blessing will come back your way. Simple enough. But how about the next part? A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over. What does this mean? This means that your giving creates a sort of reaction of blessing that comes back to you. Kind of like when you mix baking soda with vinegar. It's one of the best sciencey examples around. Pretend this baking soda is blessing in your life, and then this vinegar is when you give. Watch what happens. Look at it go! Look at that! Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Science! Wow! See how it was running over? Just like blessings in your life are when you choose to give. Although, this example is not very ideal, since vinegar is a very stinky substance. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Be back next week for some more experimentation. Now, can someone help me clean this up? Smells like one of you ran the mile after taking a bath in hot pickle juice.
This month, our faith declaration is I am generous because Jesus is generous.
That is true. For example, Jesus is generous with his love. He loves us even when we might not deserve it.
And he's generous with his forgiveness when we make mistakes.
We get to be generous not only when we give our money, but also when we love the people around us and show them kindness.
Like Professor Cheeto said in his analysis, being generous can create a reaction that not only causes blessings to come back to you, but to people all around you.
Let's see what our lesson today can show us about how we can be generous like Jesus.
Stuff, and more stuff.
Hang on for the loop!
3, 2, 1. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
I'm Ricky.
And I'm Jamie. Here on The Loop Show, we want to live generous lives.
Lives where generosity just flows without hesitation, but it sometimes can feel like you're just constantly on a mission to stack up more and more stuff.
I definitely get bombarded with the message that I need more.
Now, Jamie, when you were growing up, what was the one thing you couldn't get enough of?
Ooh, pizza rolls, my favorite after-school snack.
Oh, that sounds amazing. So for me, I couldn't get enough of collecting action figures. More specifically, the thing I wanted the most of were like the big play sets. So I wanted the Technodromes, I wanted the Command Center from Power Rangers. I wanted all the vehicles.
That's so cool. I wanted to be so rich that I could get all the pizza rolls in the world.
I think we're raised to ask how much can I get, and we kind of fall into the trap of keep on trying to build our towers bigger and bigger and bigger.
Speaking of which, I think my tower's taller than yours.
We'll see about that, Jamie. But later. For right now, let's go to this.
Okay, let me tell you a story about a time I chased after the wrong treasure. So, growing up in my family, each school year you got 2 pair of shoes. Church shoes, school shoes. That's it. I mean, I was grateful and everything, but I swore when I finally got my first job, I was gonna make all of my shoe dreams come true. And I know it sounds crazy, but I kind of felt like if I got the right shoes, then like I'd stand out, I'd be the coolest, like I would be treasured. Fast forward, I got my first job, I worked my first 2 weeks, payday came, and guess what I got? Nothing, because adults always forget to tell you that you have to put in 2 weeks of work before you get paid. But I worked 2 more weeks, and guess what I got? That's right, fam, that check was looking right. Okay, so I walked to the clothing store up the street from my house, and I was in cheap shoe heaven. And so it began. At first, with each pair, I was like, look at them, they're so perfect. but give it about 2 weeks and I was like, I bought these ugly things. No. I can do better. And so the cycle begins. Work, cash, shop, swag. Work, cash, shop, swag. Work, cash, shop. Hey. Okay, so to be honest, nobody even really noticed my growing collection of shoes, except my mom. Leslie Nicole, if you don't come get these shoes out of my living room floor. Yeah, so anyway. Also, another thing adults don't tell you, at the end of the year, you get a piece of paper in the mail that tells you how much money you made for the whole year. All added up. What? I made how much money? How is that even possible? Where did it all go? I could have bought a car. I could have traveled to Greece. Where is all of my money? Oh, right. See, here's the thing, friends. Any treasure that you pursue other than Jesus will trap you in wanting more and more. When we think about Jesus, we don't think about the sweet car that Jesus drove, the mansion he lived in, or the name brand shoes on his feet. His life was never about having wealth or status. He lived the opposite, showing people how to be rich in good works and generous to those in need. When I think about Jesus, I think about a man who was so giving, it made other people want to change their lives to be more like him. His question was never, how much can I get? But he looked at others and asked, how much do you need? As people who want to be like Jesus, we want our generosity to look like his. We gladly look for small and large opportunities to give, not hoard, daily. If we focus on making a bigger stash of stuff, then we're only blocking our flow of generosity. So, what'd you learn?
Stacking up stuff is not a good practice for life.
No, but it sure does make a great challenge. Hey, Mr. Hand. All right, in this King Stacker Challenge, we'll find the host who can stack the most. You'll have 3 rounds to see how much stuff you can stack in a minute. The winner of the most rounds will be crowned with the giant King Stacker crown.
I didn't know they had squeaked. Sorry I interrupted the instructions.
Oh, adorable little piggies.
Okay. Yeah, they're so cute. All right, are you ready? Start that clock.
Just stack the piggies. Should be pretty easy. Everyone knows that pigs are naturally balanced. Okay, there you go. Cool. Okay, let's get all going according to plan. How you doing, Jamie?
I think well.
Okay.
I think well.
Oh, we have a minute. It's so short of time.
Well, I thought it was going well.
Come on. Work together. Ah. Okay.
This little piggy stacked on top of this one. This little piggy stacked on top of this one. 5.
No.
Well, okay. Time's up.
What? Jamie.
I wasn't sure if they would allow the bucket, but...
Jamie.
Ricky.
I cannot believe.
It takes teamwork to make a pig stack work.
Well, you're including the 10?
12.5 inches.
Okay.
Woo!
All right, that was just round 1. Let's kick it up to round 2. I am going to follow your strategy.
I made like a little piggy piano.
Aw. I made something kind of like a piggy bagpipe. Let's get round 2 started.
Okay.
Hit the clock.
It's going.
Oh my gosh, more stuff.
Oh, great.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
All right, let's do
I'm
this.
like looking over at Ricky and I'm like, what is he gonna do? What's he going to do? Ah, whoa. Didn't expect that. Come on, Jamie, get in game mode. Sorry. Dilly dally, dilly dally. Oh, nuts. I just want to eat it.
Oh my gosh, 10 seconds, that's
10
impossible.
seconds. Ah! 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 No! Oh, man! Darn it! Okay, I'll just, okay. I feel like I built like a little piggy cotton candy kingdom over here.
All right, I think I can't tell. My depth perception is off. I think I might have beat you by a pig.
20 inches.
20 inches?
19.
19. Oh, man. Dang it. 20 inches. 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 20 inches.
Imagine your friend invites you to a party. You arrive and there's lots of people, decorations, food, and drink. There's enough for everyone.
When you're hosted by someone that generous, you don't have to worry about your needs. You can just enjoy yourself and focus on the people around you.
Yeah, that's what a good host wants for her guests.
And this is the picture of the world that we find in the Bible. Creation is an expression of God's generous love. He's the host, and humans are his guests in a world of opportunity and abundance.
And we're called to keep the party going, to spread his goodness. This is a beautiful picture. But it's not the way people experience the world. Rather, we find a world of scarcity and struggle, not abundance.
And Jesus grew up in that kind of world. Under military occupation, people losing their land or families to debt and poverty. And yet, he would say things like this. Look at the birds. They don't store up food for themselves, yet they have enough. Or consider the wildflowers. They're beautiful and abundant, and they don't stress about their existence. And you all should live that way too.
But living generously doesn't mean life is gonna go well. I mean, look at Jesus. He was betrayed by his friends, and he suffered.
And this was no surprise to Jesus. He knew that people would take advantage of his generosity. In fact, that was his plan.
Really?
Yeah, think about it. Jesus knows that we're all hopelessly deceived by this lie that there's not enough.
Yeah, that lie needs to be defeated.
And so that's what Jesus was doing when he gave us the gift of his life. Jesus' death was the ultimate expression of God's generous love.
Yeah, God's love can turn death into life and scarcity back into abundance.
Or as the Apostle Paul put it, you know the gift of our Lord Jesus the Messiah, that even though he was rich, for your sake he became poor, so that you, through his poverty, might become rich.
And Jesus called his followers to live like the real party has begun.
Yes, he called it the kingdom of God. And our invitation to this party is yet another gift, the personal presence of God's own Spirit that can teach us how to trust the generosity of the host, just like Jesus did.
Yeah, and when you believe there's enough, you start seeing opportunities for generosity everywhere. With our time and money, our attention.
Yes, one of the most important ways that we can experience the abundance of God's new creation is sharing with others because of our trust that God is the generous host.
So it's tied 1-1.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Here comes the tiebreaker.
Okay, we've got our third round of stacking stuff. Okay, let's see. Oh, hey Chris, thank you. Oh, all right. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh my word.
Okay. And the dog has the bucket. All right, I'm gonna put stack on the dog, and then I'm gonna stack on the stacks. Okay. Oh no, Jamie's being better at engineering than I am.
Ah!
Okay. All right. Nope. Too many. I can't stack all the. Okay. Okay. Scrap it all.
But it has to stand.
Oh, it's gonna stand, Jamie.
Oh,
you
no!
better believe it's gonna stand.
Wait, you have to move your body.
I will move my body when I'm ready. Standing on it.
We lost the pin. We lost the goddamn.
No,
Woo! This is looking good.
So sorry, Ricky.
No, but
20 inches.
but my
Yay!
stuff.
20 inches is admirable.
But my stuff fell. So if you start from the ground up, it's tall.
36 inches.
Woo!
That's a full yard, Jamie.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's pretty
Oh
great.
my goodness.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, I have a question for you. What would you do with $5 million? That is so much money, I can't even wrap my head around it. Now, I have a very official looking check here for $5 million. What would you do if I handed this to you? Would you go buy the biggest house, the most cars, truckloads of ice cream, 5 million $1 burgers? What would you do with $5 million? You see, there's this lie that we believe that we need more, and more, and it's called greed. And greed is the never-ending pursuit of the best and the most. And greed tells us that true life is found by making our piles bigger and better and more than anyone else's. So how do we fight greed? How do we change our mindset from greed to generosity? Well, there are two ways that we do that. The first is instead of asking, what do I get? We follow Jesus' example and we ask others, what do you need? You see, Jesus, he lived a life of generosity and of giving to others. Second, we count what we already have. I want you to take a moment and I want you to think of all of the little things that you're thankful for. Laughing with a friend, eating ice cream, sitting by a fireplace on a cozy, rainy day, snuggling with your puppy. Life is full of these simple blessings from our good and loving God. True life, it's not about getting more piles. True life is about doing good with what God has given you today.
I'm the king!
Jamie, I had no idea the King Stacker crown also came with the stuffed animal kingdom.
It's true, it does.
How much stuff is that?
How much? Oh, I don't know, I've lost track of all my stuff. There are good things that you can stack up here on Earth, and then there are things that don't matter so much. As much as I enjoy my stuffies and my crown. Ooh. You know what? I bet our loopsters already live generous lives.
Yeah, they really seem like the kind of people who would give and give instead of get and get.
So this week, keep up the good work. Do good with what God gives you.
Don't focus so much on building up your stuff. Instead, let your generosity overflow.
Be rich in good deeds. And until next time,
Enjoy the ride! Jamie,
Yeah? Do I have something
Yeah, you got-
surrounding me and something? Ah, my crown! Oh, my royal subjects!
Huh. My pig doesn't seem very full. Looks like I need to go on the hunt for some coins to fill this guy up for next week. If you need me, I'll be checking under my couch, in the grocery store parking lot, and all those candy machines that take your coins and then don't ever give you your candy because it gets stuck, and then you just wasted an entire quarter for no reason, and it's just the worst because now you are down a quarter, and you don't even get the gumball you wanted.
Okay, well, sounds like you might need to work that out, but yes, don't forget that next weekend is Legacy Weekend, so bring your pigs. I know you love them, but bring them anyway, and get ready to have the best weekend ever.
Being generous and our giving is fun. And we are generous because Jesus is generous.
See you next week, church kids, and don't forget, it's a great day to be a church kid!